Why have you dropped the issue of Byron cheating on you?
I don't support cheaters. I don't appreciate being cheated on. I work too hard for what I got and what I do. I don't accept cheat at all.
But you accept, I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to talk about it. You accept that?
I'm going to tell you what went through my mind the other day. Byron tells me what he tells me in confidence. And then when he's doing the confession with me in the room and says he's going to let you see the phone, and he says, I cheated. It seemed like to me that if that's the first time you had found out I cheated, you would have been really mad at him.
Did you hear what I heard, though? You don't know what I heard. He told me this is what they want me to say.
Mm-hmm.
He had just told me in the bathroom, this is what they want me to say. I was like, well, come on, let's
Well,
flip
it is true. That's what I wanted him to say, because that's what he had told me was the truth.
I didn't believe any of it because none of it made sense. The words he was saying, none of it. It just didn't make no sense to me. I mean, if you say that you cheated, I need facts. I need valid facts.
Watching there a clip from WeTV's Marriage Boot Camp, and the two hosts there, Jim and Elizabeth Carroll, they join me now. They're a husband and wife team of marriage counselors. You know, Jim and Elizabeth, I want to get your perspective of the other side of this story. This 22-year-old Sydney Leathers. What goes on in the mind? She was a willing participant. She sent some provocative pictures of herself. If you read these texts, which we can't do because they're too XXX to read on television, we didn't even want to repeat them in the newsroom. That's how raunchy they are. When you know that she's the one on the other end, what has to be going through her mind?
Well, you know, human sexuality has gotten so distorted. I mean, everything goes, anything goes. People have lost sight of the fact that sex is the physical expression of the deepest, most intimate parts of our heart. I'm not seeing a little girl like this, her heart being out there.
Jim, what do you
Just
think?
saying.
Yeah, I mean, when you see some of her responses, they're very vulgar descriptions of what he is interested in sexually. Her response promoting that she wants more of that. At 23 years old, where do you have to be mentally that is not only acceptable, but something that you are seeking?
Well, I'm guessing she has a lot of baggage sexually, just like Anthony does. I mean, for example, Anthony, getting caught and confessing doesn't make you well. He keeps doing stuff over and over again that he knows jeopardizes his career, jeopardizes his marriage, and that he keeps doing it because he's sick. And that's the same thing with this lady.
Yeah, and that sickness, the question really being, will that sickness affect what he's trying to do? He's trying to get elected mayor of New York City. You know, some people say what happens in your bedroom stays in your bedroom. What happens in your office affects the voters. Can you separate the two in this case? Elizabeth, what do you think?
Oh, I absolutely think you have to keep it combined. A person is a whole person. You're looking at the whole package. You're not just saying, well, you can compartmentalize this and compartmentalize. I don't believe that. I think that if you are dishonest in one area of your life, you're going to be dishonest in every area of your life.
And does it take
Can he still do his job?
Yeah. Can he still do his job?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if we knocked every politician out that had done something sexually inappropriate, we wouldn't have any of them left. Okay, so I think he could probably still do his job, but does he have the character you want to be the man leading you?
That's it, the question, character. A lot of people asking that. You know, his wife has decided that he does have the character that he wants to raise. She wants to raise her son with him. She wants to stay with him. She's made that clear. And, you know, I found this interesting. This new Maris poll that came out today, 73% of people said the fact that Huma Abedin stood by his side, was the so-called good wife, as some people are calling her, didn't make a difference to them. They didn't care. Were you guys surprised about that?
Well, I'm not sure about the poll itself. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, we've seen so much of this that the wife coming forward to protect her man. I think we've seen it, been there, done that, and nobody believes it anymore.
Right, we've seen it, but this takes it almost to so much of a different level. When she was sitting on the chair, you know, with her son and her husband saying, I'm a changed man. And we now know a week before that hit the newsstands, this was still going on. And you know, some women are asking, why is she staying with him? And no one has to judge that. That's for her to decide. But that it isn't really impacting voters either way as to whether or not they're going to support him as mayor. So for her to put herself out there and really take a chance and stand behind her man in this case, it doesn't seem to help him in any way, which you would think, being the good wife, it's supposed to help your husband, right?
Well, I'm sure she thinks this is helping her husband by standing behind him.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's the right thing for her to do?
I think she thinks that, yeah.
You know, most of the time when people get cheated on, the first thing they do, ironically, is they look at themselves and go, what is wrong with me that my spouse would cheat on me?
Yes.
Okay, and so they take on the blame, and I'm sure she's taking on the blame for some of the stuff that he's done. And so she wants this to work out for her marriage, for her kids, and for their career together.
Jim, would you want Elizabeth to do this for you if you were put in this same position? Would you want her to stand by your side? Would you put her in that position?
She does it every day.
That's the next scandal we're going to break right here on HLN. Stay tuned for that. All right, Jim and Elizabeth Carroll from We appreciate you being with us. Take care, you guys.
Thank you.